Nobar nih, nobar. Dar. Itu Vietnam sama Thailand. Apa sih? Mid. Ngeding. Uh. 4-0. Oh, Thailand sama Vietnam. Emang suara YouTube-nya nggak ada? Suara YouTube-nya ada nggak? Uh. Itu pemberitahuan game consign. Nggak masuk.
From Myth, they haven't found opening kills. That's the biggest thing. Fancy have gone into a site, planted a spike, found the opening kills, but Myth, they have not done that. There's a tour de force from Kadum. If there's any hero that we need to step up, it's going to be him, but it's going to be a triple push on the air. They break the trademark, so that's going to be a little bit of trouble. Kadum, what does he want to do? Teleports away, finds the first kill. Here we go. It's a Kadum show. Finds one. The slow field is going to be there, but he's going to get hit by that Prowler.
Yeah, they will continue to push up through Kitchen, not finding anything. Snacks and a kill onto Kadum. And so they do get the opening frag, but they lose their top fragger, do Myth. Now more training on through, trying to get through Tube, and Beta gets caught out from behind. Underneath Hut is Alone Fields. Remember, this is a save-ish round here for Myth. Not expected to win this one, so any damage they can do to the economy.
Here, so it's a pretty heavy investment from Myth here.
Yeah, again, not a full save by any means. Maybe look for a couple of the exit frags. Nope, getting caught out. They also saw the arrow from Alone Fields. They know exactly where he is. Good timing by Alone, but can't see anything. He's all alone. Fischio gets traded out as well, so they do take down 3, but 6 rounds in a row, I don't think economy is a problem here for Fancy.
Not at all. They look at Yes I Can. He has 9K on him. The rest of them, some have 5K. It's just too much to actually be able to reset that in one round. So Fancy, they're feeling good about themselves right now. 6-0. They at worst, even if they lose in like 6 rounds, at worst they're even.
You know, you're seeing the tour de force come out by Kadum, and he's shooting it in kitchen. You know, that just doesn't seem like the spot that you want to be able to do that.
That doesn't feel good at all.
The utility taking up a lot of space, also maybe partially made in Thailand giving up too much space, not fighting for that early space because they got punished so early on in those first 3 to 4 rounds.
Yeah, and Fancy slowing it down a little bit. They've played pretty fast the past few rounds. They're now going for a slow default onto B, where actually 3 members of Myth are waiting. So that's 3 defenders. They've committed the right spot, but they're just not hitting the right shots as Kadum gets taken down by Heizi. There's a Hunter's Fury though. Alone Fills finds one.
Finds one. The lineup is there for Congrad. You could see a little bit of like pause before he shot. Wanted to make sure he lined up, but he does get it. And that's what's important right now for Made in Thailand. They have a numbers advantage 4v3. And it doesn't look like a retreat back onto the other side. Heizi saw the drop there onto Congared, but not able to punish as Alone Fills. Continues to hold mid, sees Nizzy. So they have information on 2 of the 3 members of Fancy United.
Yeah, they're using the null command as well, so I think Fancy feel like they can win this round if they commit a bit more. They don't have the Nightfall, unfortunately.
Woo!
Oh, Congared is going to take Heizi down, 30 HP left, not being able to finish the opposing KO, but there's going to be the res coming in from Suka. He has to peek out as soon as he gets res to be able to trade. Yes, they do trade Congared, and right now can use the Nightfall as well from Suka.
Oh, from distance, 14 HP. Time is of the essence. Nizzy about to run into folks. He's asking to get shot down so that he didn't lose his money bonus. And Made in Thailand finally on the board. Deep breaths all along Made in Thailand squad.
Yeah, Fancy right now, they're the ones that seem like they did not know what to do once they got into that B side. They got stopped because they did not expect 3 members of Myth actually coming in, and they just couldn't break through that.
Man, Made in Thailand really needed that, and think about it. They got that one with Kadum dying early on.
Yeah.
Like, that was everyone else picking up the slack here as it's Alone Fills at the top. Only one more positive KDA. Beta, the new player, 4 and 6, but Kadum at 3 and 7. Wannafly 2 and 6, and Congared 2 and 7 as we have ourselves the first technical pause of the day, and hopefully not too long. We'll get yourself an update as soon as we get one ourselves. But again, Fancy United, surprising, has to be surprising here how well they've come out swinging.
Yeah, I actually thought Myth would have the hot start here. Fancy, it seems like maybe they got bolstered by the win from their brethren. They were probably watching a server game to see when they would start next and probably cheering there. I'm pretty sure they were cheering there because honestly, this is such a good resurgence from that region. I mean, Suka's ex-teammates from Cerberus, Fancy really showing up like from round number 1. They're already very quick. They're already very sharp. They already knew what to do. Myth feels like they only started like heating up just now in this round.
Yeah, and even then, it was still trade out by trade out. The first time where they won a straight up 1v1, I think it was Congared versus Heizi in the corner there. That also took a couple of extra bullets there, you know, pull the spray down just a bit. We're not seeing any clean headshots right off the jump here for Made in Thailand. But they do have themselves on the board, 6-1. And it's kind of crazy. This is their pick. This is what they wanted to play. And I think it was the desk that said, hey, Fancy have a pretty good icebox. Are you sure you're opting into it? And answer is 6-1 so far.
Yeah, it seemed like they wanted to counter Fancy. That's why they picked Icebox, right? Like that's what our panel was saying. That Myth actually choose maps that they feel like they could counter or counter-strat the opposing team, but it looks like Fancy are the ones countering them for now. So it looks like Nizzy is going to be using the tour de force. He's on net shorty, has a full headhunter, probably going full tour de force here. On the side of Myth, full rifles for them coming into this next round. And it looks like Fancy are going to give up on B because that was the only round that they lost. And they're going back onto A, playing fast this time around.
Yeah, here we go. So Fancy United, the Vietnamese squad, getting caught out by Kadum, and he's able to back on off. It's those types of plays we've been waiting to see by the top fragger from Made in Thailand.
And that's why we were hyping him up. Like our man Kadum, like he's been known to do this. We haven't seen that yet in the first few rounds, but this is exactly what we want to see from him. And you're enabled to do that because you're a chamber, you have the rendezvous, you're able to teleport in the face of danger. So he finds 2 kills, gets tagged down a little bit, but is able to teleport back to safety. And right now, Fancy are the ones that are playing on the back end. Wanafly pushes out forward, finds 2 kills, all down to Nizzy right now, who even popped the tour de force. So it might be a big waste unless he converts this. He finds 1 kill.
That's a big if. I'd love to see a 1v5 ace. That'd be great. But again, big if. Tour de force hopping on up. Checking by the wall, has an inkling, that's where it is, and Congared's head now getting blasted off. So it's 2 early on. And part of me thinks this early play by Kadum worked because they weren't pushing up and taking any space early on. So that did catch Fancy United, who wanted to play fast, just not checking that area.
Yeah, they wanted to get up on that, but they decided to slow down a little bit. Kadum was able to find 2 quick kills there. It's all down to Nizzy right now. Only 17 seconds left for him. I'm not sure what you could do with this amount of time because someone is lurking in yellow. If you don't find him, you will just get taken out. Beta takes the kill on Nizzy.
Yeah. Maybe if it was at 20 seconds, you check yellow, but at 13 seconds, you don't have enough time. You get shot in the back. Myth string 2 rounds together. And it's about time. Breathe easy, fans of Made in Thailand. We'll have ourselves a series, he said before it went 13-2. We'll find out. But I liked this by Wanafly. That was the first time where I was like, okay, cool.
They're pushing out.
Yeah, you're pushing out. He lined up the shots. He didn't hesitate. And even when the second one pushed, he pulled the crosshair down. That felt a lot better.
Now look at Nizzy here. He's actually on that operator on the attacking side. I think they want to change things up.
Whoa!
Double peek from Myth. This is exactly what we were looking for. They've been playing such slow holds and defaults from the beginning, but now they find 2 quick kills on Kadum and all alone. So right now 5v3, Myth trying to hold the site, null command, getting committed to stop this push or slow it down at least.
I like that fragment to slow the push, keep him in kitchen. Gun barrel shown, and Alone Fills is able to close that one out. Suka sees him down below and trades it out with the Bulldog. It's got a little bit of fangs, but it's still a 2v4 as Alone Fills has a very tough angle. Does see Kadum there. Suka peeking right back on out, tried to get the kill and was not able to. Shot, I think, did a bit of damage through the wall. Down to 81 HP as Wanafly now. Waiting for the toxic screen to come down. Yes, I can. Gets answered back. Wanafly now a couple kills in a row, a couple headshots in a row. Feeling good about himself. It's just Suka, the new member. He does know Kadum is somewhere down there long. Doesn't want to make noise when he drops down. He makes noise anyways, and Wanafly is the recipient of a free gift.
The timing of that is just not there. They just can't find the kills. It feels like Fancy have started slowing down Myth, have found a way to push to win this. It's because they've started looking for those first picks. We were talking about that. They can't find those first picks. They can't find those first stops. So because they couldn't, they actually tried to look for it aggressively instead. And it's been working out thus far. A double peek or even a single peek with Kadum with the rendezvous. Kadum with the operator as well. Those are the picks that they've gotten so far, and it's been working out for them.
Yeah, now Fancy's economy kind of broke in here. I think they're back on the pistols for this one. They'll call the timeout. And it was 6-1 Made in Thailand, or 6-0. We're wondering, hey, what's going on with this Made in Thailand? What's going on with Kadum? Where's the rest of the squad? Well, here we go. Wanafly stringing together a couple of good rounds. Kadum going from 3-7 to now 6-7. And Alone Phil still leading the line. Beta cleaning things up. And Congrad, well, he's there. He's in the server.
He's there.
He's there.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, he's been setting them up quite a bit with the flashes. I think that's the reason why they're able to actually get those pushes. On the side of Fancy, though, I'm not sure what's going on in their heads right now because they after they lost the first round, they went to B, they went to B again, to A, and then they went to B again. So far, all 3 times have failed.
Yeah, I mean, I think the play to B, they just got caught out. That was the first time where Myth showed their class. They won a couple of gun battles. When they went back to A, they're like, let's play fast, but what is his name? Kadum was able to play even faster, and next thing you know, it's 3v5. And then that last round, I'm just surprised they haven't played default yet. Like default with guns I think they should have done that last round, but instead Nizzy buys the operator, loses it, and it screws the economy for the whole squad after that.
Yeah, economy is destroyed. They're trying to go for the B push this time around. It's going to be up to Kadoom to try and stop this. That Poison Cloud is going to block some vision, so he's going to use that rendezvous to teleport back to safety. They're inching forward on the side of Fancy, but the spike has not been committed yet. It's all the way at spawn.
Long lines here for Fancy. Again, you hate to see it when you're only on pistols. Toxic screen goes on up. And this might be the play. The numbers currently lean towards B. 3 on B, 1 mid, and 1 A. So now all 5 members rotating on over. Quick peeks by Beta, hasn't caught any information yet. Backs on up, and still no rotation yet. And A is wide open. Here we go. The smoke now shows that everyone is here on A, and you can see immediately all the arrows on the minimap pointing to the right as they try to pour on over to the A site. WannaFly, that's got to be his 4th or 5th kill in a row. Heals himself back on up and slows down the push. Beta's still waiting behind the dark cover. Here he goes on in. Alone Phils picks up one. Beta gets another. Yes, I can. Standing on a box. He goes down, and Nizzy left in no man's land. And 4 rounds in a row here for Myth. Don't look now, but they're coming back.
This is what I was expecting from them. This is what I thought it would look like from the very beginning. It felt like Myth were the superior team, judging by, well, them playing against Team Secret and winning a game. Fancy not doing so well in the early part of the tournament. Myth just looks like the better team. Fancy with a hot start, though, and Myth are now clawing back.
Man, again, just a pistol round. Can't get too excited, but it is nice to see after you get bodied 6-0 and then rifle off 4 in a row for Made in Thailand. Suka leading that leaderboard for Fancy. That was the member that made the big move away from Cerberus to be on a roster that had championship aspiration, championship hopes, the #1 seed from Vietnam. But again, it's not about just Vietnam now. You're trying to make it to the international event. Got to beat teams like Made in Thailand.
Yeah, they have the Hunter's Fury as well on Alone Phils. When he used that earlier in this map, he actually got a kill onto Yes I Can. Able to use the Hunter's Fury to really slow things down for the side of Fancy, and I think that was the first round that they won as well. That time that he actually got the Hunter's Fury kill. So this time around, if Myth can still hold on to this, I think Fancy just might find it difficult yet again to get onto the side. Nizzy with the operator again, that's a big, heavy investment for the side of Fancy.
Nizzy needs to make sure he gets something with it. He's not close to ult economy yet. Still needs 5 points for it as a fragment comes out in the back corner next to Fridge. Doesn't land anything. Bizio misses that one, and WannaFly wins the gunfight yet again. That's 6 in a row for that man. And oh, he goes onto the rope in front of a ton of people. Yes, I Can cleans a couple out. Ult comes through, creates some space. They will get the plant first time in a little while, plus the Viper's Pit, and control now being utilized by Fancy United.
They got a lot of information from that Nightfall. They are committing quite a bit of ultimates on the side of Fancy, though. They really, really want to secure this round. Nightfall plus the Viper's Pit, making it difficult for them to go in. They're already burning so much time. This Viper's Pit is still in the way.
Congrate clearing out underneath as Kadoom and Suka trade out kills for their teammates. Alone Phils goes into Viper's Pit, trying to hop around, not give away too much information, but they know he's there. Oh, but he gets the shorty kill. The only thing small is the other people's HP. Does he get the defuse? Will he have time? I don't think he does either.
He just missed it by a bit, half a second. Half a second. He just needed to get there in time. I think he panicked a little bit. There was a little bit of that jitter that he did. I think that he really almost had that.
Again, I think he needed to win the gunfights. He thought, okay, if I get this kill here and it's Viper, I'm okay. But because that first of 2 kills was not Viper, he's like, Viper's here somewhere, I got to kill her.
Yep.
Able to get it. Good on him, but not enough time for the defuse, and Fancy stopped the skid there and are looking at a 8-4. Full buys. Oh, no, light shields here for Fancy. It was an expensive win, but they do have rifles.
Kadoom does have an operator as well. They take down Nizzy so quickly. Alone Phils got taken out, though, by Fishio. So it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. The rest of them don't really take any damage. Then things starting to slow down yet again as Fancy tried to play this default, tried to look for anyone who's pushing, but no one from Myth is. That's going to be the res on Alone Phils.
Yeah, free res. No worries about it here for Myth. Kadoom kind of waiting around the corner. So here too is Fishio as both teams play it slow. They've abandoned B. Again, B is for bad if you're Fancy United. Haven't had too much success over there.
There's no B in Fancy, but there is an A after all.
There
they're going on this A side. They really need to execute this. There's 3 members of Myth already waiting to receive them though, so it's going to be a difficult take. They send the Prowler out, try to get more information as Beta gets 2 quick kills.
blind.
Suka is going to be there for the trade. 2v3 right now though. Suka finds yet another one. This is why we were talking about him. This is why we said it was an upgrade to take him away from Cerberus.
Yeah, great blind there. Fishio getting a couple, but it is a 2v3.
30 seconds.
Kadoom! Oh, had the lineup, wasn't quite able to. Using the zipper to get away. Fishio gets one,
Last player standing.
but Alone Fills cleans it on out. They have an idea, and the right shoulder's enough. Kadoom has shown back up. It looked dire early on, but it'll be a 7-5 Fancy United.
Pretty good for Myth, right? They went, after getting down 0-6, they went 5-1
Yeah.
in the latter part of that first half. So they've really recovered from it. If we weren't watching, if you weren't watching at all, just look at the halftime score, you think it was, yeah, it's a normal game, but actually Fancy looked like they were dominating at the very beginning. So now the momentum is shifting towards Myth's side. It feels like they're the ones that figured things out. Alone Fills especially. Already 16 kills coming into the second half. Also not discounting Suka with 15 kills on this first half. It's a really stellar play from both sides, and they've gotten so many multi-kills, and this is why we were talking about Fancy being, hey, they have potential. They have potential to really get better.
And the way that Made in Thailand got back into it was by making aggressive plays on defense, right? It was the push on up by Kadoom. It was the Sage Wall boost. It was small plays like that, and once they were able to get a couple of those types of plays, then you start to see WannaFly land some shots, the confidence coming from everybody there. And Made in Thailand are like, okay, we're settled back in now. We know we belong in this game. We're ready to go. Yes, Fancy United might have gotten the Vietnam buff by Cerberus winning their game, but we're here and we belong as well.
Well, coming to the second half, what I'm really worried about for the side of Fancy is that can they actually still pull off their aggressiveness without getting punished? Because it seemed like in the latter part of the first half, they just got punished over and over again. And with their lineup, they have 2 controllers, which is pretty great for the defensive side. At least you could buy a lot of time with the dark cover, with the toxic screen. Both sides actually don't have duelists. They have chambers instead running in for that. On the side of Myth, though, can they execute? Right now, Alone Fills is the one that has the hot hands, but your Sova shouldn't be the one going in first. Right now, looks like it's going to be a B execute, but it looks like there's a read from the side of Fancy. There's 3 players already on this B site. This double initiator setup is going to be really good for Myth, though, as they have so many ways to gather information. They have the 0 point, which they just use. They have the recon bolt as well, which they can use to re-aggress. Right now, the paranoia coming out. Fishio finds 1 kill. Fancy finding a quick 3, a 4th even. It's all down to Conga Red, who gets taken out by Nizzy. They were trying to knife him.
Yeah.
You saw that.
Yeah, they were like, you know, we always say make the map small. Can't get smaller than getting inside a small room right there.
Yeah. They're all just having a party of Boiler. Someone is going to get shivved almost, but they went for the kill anyway. So Fancy, they're really trying to shift the momentum back to their side, and that was a pretty good one because we were talking about how they would push on the defensive side. That's exactly what they did.
Again, that's how Myth were able to steal a couple rounds. Fancy getting aggressive to kick things off, and now they've got the gun advantage. Everyone buys up, except Nizzy. Nizzy buys the full armor. As again, look at this. Fishio just making the map small, making A small. Has to check up top. Is able to back on off. It's Kadoom looking for a snack inside kitchen, right behind him, Conga Red. But he should be okay if he peeks around the corner. Doesn't know it quite yet, as Heisey is on the site for now.
Fancy are now the ones waiting and just ready to see where Myth goes. So they're playing it really slowly. They pushed out a little bit for some information, did not find any at all, so they're just retaining this 2-1-2 setup right now because they don't have any contact at all. So they're getting some information right now. That 0 point lineup all the way from B is going to find finds some. Heizi gonna get a first kill, finds a second as well. Might need to go back because he's low though, but the rest of his team is trying to come in. Suga goes in, but does not find anyone at all. Gets taken down by a classic. Heizi, very low right now with 20 HP. Still tries to give control over Kitchen though.
Yeah, so awkward because the win was inside Kitchen, so you're in between both sides. Wannafly catches out, yes I can.
30 seconds left.
And the level up onto a Vandal now is the play. Might have been able to get the Bulldog to a teammate. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Alone Feels does get caught out. Peeking the corner, Wannafly with 2 big ones here. And this has been the hot hand that's got him back in the game. They will be able to get the plant down in just a second right under Nest. Great job by Made in Thailand to fight back.
2v2 right now. They do get the plant on the side of Made in Thailand. They also get the rifles. That's the biggest part about this. For Fancy, they won the round, but they only have a Spectre now, and Heizi got them taken down really low. For Nizzy, has the Headhunter, has the bullets as well. Might be able to get the jump onto Wannafly here. Yes, does get the headshot as Wannafly was the one who missed the shots. Shooting up, not always the easiest task. So it's all up, down to Beta, who I believe has the lineups. There we go. Bounces back. Does not have the smoke though, but no half. He just peeks out anyway. It's all down to Heizi. One bullet would spell the doom.
Yeah, and here's the difference. Oh, everyone slips on a step every now and then. Yeah, and there it is. Beta picking up the victory. Great job here by Made in Thailand. Again, to deal with the initial pressure and that boiler party in round number 1, losing member early, but pushing through Kitchen. Again, Kadum getting caught out, I think, with the knife out to begin that round right here. But then the answer back by the rest of the team. It's Wannafly coming up huge.
Yeah, and they save 2 guns still. Decent, not the best, but still 1 gun rather, sorry. So it's really just not ideal situation for them. They do get the Bulldog, but Myth, since they actually stole that round away from Fancy, they do have the economy to buy for the rest of the squad. So that's gonna be full-on Vandals for them. They can look to make the score line even closer from here on.
Again, the punishing part of playing aggressive on defense, it's if you win that one and then play aggressive in the next one, your economy stinks. You got to play pistols, and then you want to play back, but do you want to play back against teams with rifles? It's just not a good place to be in. As Nizzy forced to hit the rendezvous, goes further back, and now has to hang out for just a little bit.
You have to wait very slowly because Myth are actually playing a very, very slow default right now. Spike is still at spawn. I think they're deciding to gravitate towards B a little bit. Yeah, they're rotating all 5 members there. Not even watching mid. They're just going to go full send on B. They might be able to overwhelm Nizzy here, and I think they have a good read that Myth are going to eco. Oh, rather Fancy are going to eco.
Yeah, KO and Fade holding mid right now, and here comes the rest of the squad. Nizzy again, the front line, trying to hold, and this time gets caught in the middle of the rendezvous. Suka now, next one up.
30 seconds left.
Let's see, holding on for just a little bit longer as the spike does go down. In the tight corner, Beta watching the flank, catches out Fishio.
There's one more though. See if they can find the opposing Viper. Yes, I can. Is the one that finds the kill first with his Sheriff. Has to reload it.
Surprise!
It's gonna be a peek out, and yes, surprise indeed as Beta takes him down. Congared finds the last kill as well as Suka gets taken down. Myth, pretty good round from them.
Yeah, and they keep 3 Vandals, so they upgrade one of those Bulldogs to a Vandal. Fancy United. They do as much as they can, but again, not much to do when you are in a pistol round in this one as we take a look at it one more time. Just a slow push on to B. Nizzy not able to get away from that one. And then Beta on the wraparound watch.
Yeah, finding these rounds where at least some of your members survive is going to be very great for Myth because they still need a pretty cushy economy to catch up. They need 1 more round. So Fancy, they're the ones struggling right now. They won the first round, but after that they couldn't really convert. This is where they can show up. This is where they can at least take their lead back.
All right, this time a little different. Again, Kadum, the buddy system with Congared. We've seen them do it before. Push on up. No damage inside Kitchen. That's a great lineup. I think that was,
teleport's ready.
Yeah, that was a Lone Phil's lineup to get in there to see if anyone's in Kitchen to punish any short stuff. And they don't hear any damage taken, so they're able to continue to take space within Kitchen. Everyone else lining up inside A, so maybe this is try and catch anyone rotating from B to A.
Yeah, exactly. And But two members just trying to watch that flank, I'm not sure if that's the best idea because that might be overcommitting too many members there. I think they should start looking for kills here. Start looking for the space as Kadoom finds the first kill. That's going to throw the defenders on A into chaos. But the spike actually has started rotating towards B. If they can catch... Oh, is Congared able to catch that kill? And B side is completely open right now. Suka trying to salvage the situation, tries to find Kadoom, gets the kill. Yes, I can. Also finds Alone Fills. There's the Viper Spit getting committed. It's the one for Kitchen. It's the long one.
Beautiful opening here by Nate in Thailand. Gets answered back by 2 kills, but Fancy not done yet. Have the opportunity to get on through, but will you go through Kitchen? Maybe is the answer. Conga Red starting to come out of tube. Yes, I can. Facing the wrong way. Gets taken down. Fischio knows.
Conga Red
to convert. Answer there. No, he will not. Conga Red starting to come to life, and now all alone. It's Suka, the new member, and it's another head for Conga Red. It's 4 for him.
That's a quad kill. I think first 4 or more kills that we've gotten in this map. It's nobody really popping off that hard as we've seen in the previous series between Cerberus and Griffin. I think we had so many 4Ks.
We had a lot of 4Ks.
On Bind. And this time around, we're already 16 rounds into this map. Only seen 1 4K thus far. No aces even. A bit of a scrappy round, but they get it anyway.
Yeah, it's been a little dink and dunk so far. 1 for 1 as Conga Red. That was probably the best chance they had there. Fischio getting the jump. He had the information he was there, but not able to get the win. And on to pistols yet again for Fancy United. So at first we were very impressed with the 6-0 lead that Fancy United had amassed. Now we're at 8-8. Lucky Snowman, as they say, 8-8. Who will be able to get to 9 first?
I think Myth have the utmost advantage to get to 9th point, of course. I'll take a bet with you this time. It's five guns against 5 pistols. I think Myth have a pretty good chance, but we've seen crazier things.
Thank you.
We have seen crazier things, especially it was Cerberus as well who did the crazy stuff, right? So
Cerberus, Alter Eco as well. The Eco gods themselves. Will they be able to do it? Let's find out. Oh, planted, but Alone Fills just has to shoot that small little part of the wall, and multiple people lining that one up. Conga Red gets 2. Will he go for 3? Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
But yes,
got cast cursed.
But no, he can't. No, he can't.
No, he
can't find that kill. Couldn't find a kill. Did not breathe, as Mr. Miyagi has mentioned.
Yes.
Did not find the headshot.
Breathe first. Yes, he can next round.
Next round, potentially.
Not this round.
But hey, this is first time Myth has been leading.
Yes.
9-8 right now. They found a lead.
Yeah. No more snowmen for you. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Next round.
Oh, that's your lucky snowman.
That is my lucky snowman. You see?
Yeah.
Called it out on Icebox.
Yeah.
APAC region doesn't get a lot of snow.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Need for the nose.
Got ourselves a technical pause on the way. I was wondering why we were showing the snowman.
It was because of the snowman.
I thought it was because I said 8-8 lucky snowman.
Unlucky snowman.
Hello, guys.
Oh no, you jinxed it. Coming into a tech pause, but hey, between the two teams, I'm really happy that these two teams are really showing up, because I thought, okay, Myth looks like they got off on the wrong side of the bed, not really finding the kills, and then they go for a pause, start winning some rounds, and all of a sudden now they're in the lead. So that's mental fortitude right there. You could have just said, okay, wait, GG go next. Like
happens all the time. Happens all the time.
GG go next, right? But Fancy, they're the ones that are scrambling for an answer right now, because after that 6-0 lead, must have felt good, right? But I'm not sure, might have been the adrenaline, the excitement just going up real quick, and then all of a sudden, we find them in a crash right now. They've won, since 6-0, they've only won 2 rounds, while Myth have won 9.
That's some good math, Kate.
Yeah. I mean, you keep saying casters don't do math, and nah, that's my specialty.
Casters doing math on broadcast scary.
Okay, maybe I'll do the only caster that can do math.
Yeah, there we go.
That's my new one.
I like that. We got to see the Pengu earlier. Are you Pengu or Snowman?
Pengu or Snowman? I like the Pengu. I particularly like the Pengu dab spray. So I'm a big fan of Pengu.
That one gets under my skin. Give me the Snowman.
I saw someone, I forgot who it was, pulled off a clutch and not even a clutch, pulled off a double kill, immediately sprays. The round wasn't even finished yet. Penguin dab immediately. It's like, it's just, oh,